Hey guys, Carl here with Tactical Rifleman. I'm still out at the NRA show, and you guys know the deal. I love the NRA show. NRA represents everyone protecting our rights, the Second Amendment, and I'm big on that. But you also know, or you may not know, I'm not real happy with the leadership of the NRA right now. Right? My take on leadership is a leader. Job one, accomplish the mission. Job two, care and welfare of the troops. Right? Well, I have somebody here that shares that. He's the real deal. This is our man. Right? I have Alan West here. Everybody knows him from TV. If you don't know his story, you need to go back and look it up, because he is really one of us, and he would be that leader that I would follow through the gates of hell if I was back on active duty right now. So anyway, thank you for coming out.
Sergeant Major, it's a pleasure to be with you.
I hate being called Sergeant Major. I hate
Carl.
that. Carl's better.
Airborne.
There you go.
Yeah.
Real quick, I know you kind of feel the same way.
Yeah.
But in your own words, what problems do we have with the NRA? To you, what are your views on it?
Sure. One of the things that I'm very concerned about, it seems that the National Rifle Association has lost focus on its core competencies. And when you understand its core competencies, it's training and educating on shooting sports,
yes,
and weapons safety and things of that nature. But then it's also the defense of the Second Amendment. And right now it looks like the NRA has become like a self-licking ice cream cone.
Amen to that.
You know, a lot of money are being raised just to, scratch the backs of, certain, a cabal of cronyism.
It's like they're just trying to get more money.
Yeah, and I think that when you look at some of the financial issues that have been brought out, and one of the things that, I just got elected to my second term as a board member, but, my dad used to say surprises are for birthdays. And a lot of the things that you have seen come out recently in the news are surprises to many of the people that sit on the board, because there is this old guard, there is this group that have been very non-transparent. And I think that's the number one thing. We are supposed to be, the board of directors, the voice for the members.
Of us, yes.
That's right.
Yep.
That's who elects us. But there's a lot of conflict of interest. And I think right now there is a lack of trust and confidence, as we saw today in the meeting of the members, between those members and the board. And so we've got one shot to fix this, and we've got one shot to make it right, which means that there probably does have to be some personnel and leadership changes. There also definitely has to be organizational reforms.
Amen. Drain the swamp is probably a coarser way that I would word it. We're on the same sheet of music. Now, my next question for you is, what can my viewers, what can we do to help you accomplish that?
Well, the most important thing is we should be responsive to those voices. And those viewers out there need to, contact us and say, okay, Monday's coming up. This is what we expect to see. This is what we want to see. Because there's a big fight. And that fight is for liberty. It's for freedom. It's for us to be able to pursue our happiness. When I think about just, a few years ago, June of 2012, when Hugo Chavez came to power in Venezuela, one of the first things he did,
very first thing,
ban private gun ownership.
Amen.
And what are you hearing people talk about? Kamala Harris this past week in a CNN town hall. If I become president,
first
thing, executive order. So an executive order to undermine the rule of law, our Bill of Rights, and the second of which is the right to keep and bear arms that shall not be infringed. And we look at the fight that is happening state to state to state. We see states now that are, violating that rule of law. And so we need to have an organization that can go on the offense. But we need to have an organization whose house is clean first, so that we can go on the offense against the Michael Bloombergs, Cuomo and whomever. And I really got to tell you, I think we need to unincorporate in New York and
get out of New York.
Yeah,
exactly.
move down Georgia. Where I was born and raised in Tennessee.
I was
somewhere.
thinking Texas. I'm kind of partial to Texas, but
well,
Georgia will work.
But the problem in Texas, think about it. We have representatives in Texas that can't even pass constitutional carry.
True.
In Texas.
True.
We're sitting in Indiana. Guess what they have? Open carry in Indiana.
I know it.
Tells you something.
Too many people leaving California because of the problems, but they're bringing those same.
They're bringing, and I call it the Lot effect. Because if you remember when Lot and his family was leaving Sodom and Gomorrah, I told them one thing: don't look back.
Don't look back.
And there are too many people that are leaving these failed states, failed blue states, progressive socialist states, California, Illinois, New York, New Jersey. They're coming into red states, and they're flipping them. They're bringing their ideology, which is known to be a failure.
I'm right there with you without a doubt. So hey, all right, you're pissed off. Instead of just saying you're pissed off, let's do something. Let's back him. Let's help him have that voice. So when he goes back to the rest of the board here, hey, we can make a difference. So you got anything else you want to add, sir?
Well, I think that the manner in which we do it has to be correct as well. And, you know, it's a different thing to go in and, you know, you can carpet bomb, or you can put a laser guided munition on it.
Yeah.
I think it's very important that we use the laser guided munition. We have to put that red dot right on the target, and that's what I want all of your viewers to know. Understand the issues and be very concise, very succinct, and say, here are my concerns. And these are the concerns that need to be rectified. And I have to tell you, I don't believe that this, you know, we got to stay here on Monday until we fix this thing. This can't be, you know, just about we're going to have some pro forma session and we're going to kick the can down the road.
Further down the road.
Which is what the bureaucracy of the federal government does. The NRA cannot be an unwieldy bureaucracy anymore.
Amen. Amen to that. All right, so we've skirted around some of the issues. For me, some of the things right off the bat was just killing me. And don't get me wrong, I love the NRA is helping concealed carry. But like you said, the Second Amendment is so much more than just a concealed pistol.
Yeah.
It's, I need to be able to protect my family from everything, foreign and domestic.
Yeah.
Bump stocks, okay, that's a toy, but it's still hard on people's hearts. But for me, the big one is the red flag laws.
Well, let me tell you about the bump stock thing. And again, that was a reaction to what happened in Las Vegas. And what I get upset with is that, much the same as Rahm Emanuel said, never let a good crisis go to waste. Instead of focusing on the individual and the system and the processes, then all of a sudden we come back around, we make innocent, law-abiding American citizens criminals. Because when I look at the fact that you put out an executive order that says, right now, you can't have them. They're illegal.
Yeah.
What about the person that purchased it when you said it was legal, and you're not going to give them any means by which, okay, we will pay you back for it. We will allow you to continue to have it, but from this moment on, we may say that it is illegal. Grandfather you in. So, you know, I just hate that political type of response to that. And when I think about red flag laws, you know, Carl, I'm concerned that the United States of America is becoming like an East German Stasi state.
Yes.
Okay, when you think about the fact that someone took a political document before a secret judge and a secret court called the FISA court, and all of a sudden innocent Americans were able to be surveilled upon, you know, how is it that a person can have someone that they don't know go to the police, make a complaint against them, the police goes to a secret judge, gets a warrant order, comes in, confiscates an individual's weapons, violating their Second Amendment right and their Fourth Amendment right, and then all of a sudden this person is guilty and has to try to prove their innocence, and then also have to try to get their property back. I have a big problem with red flag laws because, again, it opens up Pandora's box, and this seems more like a communist, you know, secret state.
Yeah, you shouldn't have to fear your neighbors turning you into law enforcement.
No.
And if you hurt their feelings or you get in an argument, now you have to fear that they're going to lie, and they're not getting in trouble for lying.
And it's a complete violation of your due process.
Crazy.
Complete violation of due process, and you never get the opportunity to face your accuser.
Nope. Guilty till proven innocent.
So how is that part of this constitutional republic? How can that be in concert with the rule of law that we have here? And I think the third thing we really have to work on is this reciprocity.
Yes.
You know, if I'm squared away in Texas, guess what? The Second Amendment says keep and bear arms. It doesn't say just in Texas.
Exactly.
It's a part of our Constitution. It's part of our rule of law. So how do we allow states, Delaware, Connecticut, New York, California, to all of a sudden infringe upon something that is part of our Constitution? So I think that we need to get that right balance as well.
That one, I honestly believe we'll get that one. I do. But unfortunately...
It's not going to happen with the House under Nancy Pelosi.
Not now, of course. But I believe with the slow advances, chipping away that the NRA is doing, we've done such great work. I believe we'll get that one. I do. Honestly, I see the red flag laws a hard fight, and I just pray that the leadership of the NRA they're going to have to... they're going to have to piss off a lot of people. They're going to have to stand up to a lot of people. But that is a fight that needs to be done.
Our founding fathers pissed off a lot of people.
A lot.
Called the British, didn't they?
A lot.
And those Minutemen who took the field of Lexington Green they made a stand.
They did not come back from a hunting trip and say, we need to keep these for hunting.
Yeah.
They just got done a revolution, and I pray we never have to go anywhere near that road again.
No, we don't want that. We don't
want that.
Yeah.
But the best way to prevent that is by having the firearms to say, hey, look, we can stand up.
And this is what I always say, Carl, is that an armed person is a citizen.
Yes.
An unarmed person is a subject. And that is why, our founding fathers understood the action that those Minutemen took in 1775 on April the 19th, because they said, you're not going to disarm us. Because if you're disarming us, we have no chance of liberty and freedom.
Amen.
And when our founding fathers put the Second Amendment after those First Amendment rights, they understood you cannot petition your government for redress of grievances if you cannot be able to defend yourself.
Exactly. Awesome. Anything else? I think I'm good.
Square. I think we're on the drop
we
zone.
are. Hey, I want to get this out to you guys fast, so we're going to go cut and paste, tape together. We're going to get this out to y'all on the internet, and hey, you can just watch more videos, or y'all can get out there and get the voice out, share, get other people talking, get your voices heard, so we can actually make a difference here over the next couple of days. You're not just watching it on TV and the internet. This needs to happen. It's important. Don't care about you sending in checks. Make a difference. Have your voices heard. Get out there. Let's do this.